That includes Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, who has pledged more than $1 million, Andreessen Horowitz as well, which has its own multi-billion-dollar fund, among others. You've got Fred Wilson of Union Square Ventures. Part of that effort is to fill this void left by Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the faces of the industry in Washington, was convicted of fraud earlier this year. These PACs will use that cash to support pro-crypto candidates running for Senate and the House. And unclear who they're going to be supporting, guys. The industry lost a key ally in Patrick McHenry, a pro-crypto leader in the House who won't be seeking re-election. They say it's bipartisan, though. Crypto executives have been clamoring for new rules. They argue the technology needs updated guardrails that are different from the ones that govern traditional financial markets. SEC, though, at least, they say otherwise. On Friday, the agency denied a petition from Coinbase that asked the SEC to write new rules. Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, has repeatedly said that the existing laws apply to crypto and they don't need to be updated.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We have stocks flat. Now we have analyst says that a spot Bitcoin ETF will be a bloodbath for crypto exchanges. And the exchanges are nothing but banks. They rely on fees. And the exchanges will have to switch up their model. But we know they've done zero trading fees plenty of times. Now we have VanEck CEO says that Bitcoin won't be beaten as the digital store of value. And make sure you watch the video I did last night. But guys, we know this whole digital store of value, the terminology, is all for the 4th Industrial Revolution. The mainstream media is reporting on all this technology, but one thing they leave out is what it is for. And of course, if you understand the 4th Industrial Revolution, you're going to be able to invest in the future. And that's what they do not want the sheep to do. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rate slightly up. We have the dollar slightly up. We have volume in crypto slightly up. And we have Tether USDC, and then we have TUSD. And we have Circle issues Euro-backed stablecoin on Solana blockchain. And we see Circle moving along this digital transformation. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Friday, the repo was $683 billion. And the Fed has the rate cut weapon in their back pocket. We know next year they're going to start cutting rates, but we know first we have to have that distraction, that crisis. But at the beginning of the year, beginning of 2024, guys, do not forget CBOE is going to be launching Bitcoin and Ethereum futures. And then also in January, we will get the news about the Spot Bitcoin ETF. So guys, make sure you sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sitting at about $33.3 billion on Friday. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Revolut to suspend UK crypto services, citing FCA's new ad rules. And when the Alphabet boys went after Binance, now we're seeing the rise of the NWO exchanges. Now we have Hut 8 signs deal to develop new mining site to build equity with Celsius creditors. Also, we have OKEX NFT volume surpasses Blur and OpenSea amid Bitcoin ordinals frenzy. Now we have metaverse firm SoftBank backed Improbable sells gaming unit for almost $100 million. Now MPG was sold to Keyword Studios. And we know how important gaming is going to be when it comes to the metaverse. That's how they're going to get the millennials and Generation Z to jump in. And don't forget, guys, they'll be able to get paid big money to play games. You already see a little money being paid out. Unless you're, of course, a great gamer, you're making big money. But when everything gets tokenized and put on blockchain, and this real world gets put in a virtual world, they can give the illusion that they're making big money. But remember, nothing is going to be real. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Avalanche burned 16.7 million of its tokens over the last week. Remember, guys, what I teach you. Follow the money. Now we have U.S. politicians uses AI campaign caller ahead of 2024 elections. And guys, we know AI and blockchain will replace all these politicians, the court system. In 5 years, you're going to be looking at a different world. And then lastly, guys, we have Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse and others putting money towards politicians in favor of moving crypto along. And I talked about this before. We know Andreessen, my guy, Ben Horowitz, putting money towards the puppets. But remember, guys, the puppets are already on the agenda. They know all about the fourth industrial revolution, but remember, they must play the Hegelian dialectic in order to move the agenda ahead. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.